to stay at CBS after meeting with Bari Weiss. She's so weird. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just the way they caught her in certain pictures. I don't blame you. What she's been up to. Gayle King is said to be staying put at CBS, but will be working far fewer hours and for much less pay. RadarOnline.com can reveal. Insiders claim the network veteran accepted a, quote, massive pay cut to the tune of a 50% reduction in exchange for staying on with CBS Good Morning in a part-time role. King is said to make around $10 million as of January 2026 compared to her previous $15 million annual salary. This reports, it follows reporting of King with the CBS News editor-in-chief, one Bari Weiss. I'm going to ask you not to put up the photograph with the tongue again. It's just irritating me. It's triggering me. And it's not my show, and I'm not the only one here, but I'm just triggered. It's very distracting when I see her going, ah, and I've got to continue with the reporting. I'll just keep my head down. You guys do what you do. I don't want to interfere with the production staff. Great team. King's contract with CBS News is reportedly set to expire in 4 months, sparking speculation about her future. Variety previously claimed that she is set to leave CBS Mornings when her contract ends, though King herself told TMZ in October, CBS likes the job I'm doing. I like the job I'm doing. Now, Page Six has reported that King met with CBS News editor-in-chief Bari Weiss Wednesday, January 7th for a, quote, low-key lunch at Cafe Luxembourg in Upper West Side, New York. Source told the outlet they were in the back corner and snuck in, noting that the staff didn't appear to know who Weiss was. King was said to be smiling and friendly to the staff. While details of the meeting remain under wraps, the spokesperson for the network told Page Six after the lunch, CBS News loves Gayle King, and we expect her to have a very long future here. Okay, when they say that, that means gather up your portable fridge and your essential items on your desk, maybe a few photographs, and get on out of there. At least take that stuff home. Take that stuff home so you can walk out freely. You don't have to look back. Just my opinion. However, another source said it appears it's the end of the road for her at the morning show, suggesting King will move into a new role at CBS News following a shakeup of CBS Mornings. According to Page Six, sources claim King's lawyers have been meeting with CBS about her either exiting completely or possibly going into some sort of Diane Sawyer type role. Veteran journalist Sawyer became a special contributor at ABC following her exit from ABC World News in 2014. So King's reduction in salary and airtime comes as CBS News has been hit with one scandal and embarrassment after another since tapping Bari Weiss as the new editor-in-chief. Network's new anti-woke boss immediately ruffled feathers among staff. CBS Nightly News anchor John Dickerson cited editorial independence concerns when he announced he was leaving the network in late 2025. Weeks later, Dickerson's co-anchor, Maurice Dubois, announced he was also leaving the anchor desk. Weiss was also recently revealed to be behind this just extremely awkward moment. What?
With Maduro now out, that base of power and influence could be out too. All right, to other news, as you just heard from Jill. Well, to other news now, to Governor Walz. No, we're going to do Mark Kelly. First day, big problems here. Are we going to Kelly here, or are we going to go to Jonah Kaplan? We're doing Mark Kelly, possibly demoted from his retired rank of captain in the Navy.
This is the network news. Just bad enough makes you uncomfortable watching that on local TV news. This is a network. I shouldn't laugh, but nothing happens in a vacuum, folks. Tony DeCopel's debut as anchor of the CBS Evening News got off to a rocky start January 5th when a teleprompter snafu led to an awkward 19-second sequence, as DeCopel was unsure which of two stories he was meant to be covering. According to new reporting on Tuesday, Bari Weiss herself actually helped cause the brutal gaffe. In a feature published by the New York Times on Tuesday, it was revealed that Weiss, the editor-in-chief of CBS News, personally tinkered with the Copel's script right before showtime. He left errors in there. Maybe those ellipses. I used to say, please don't put the ellipses in. It just creates one run-on sentence. Of course, he was dealing with two competing stories. It was like this bipolar event. Episode was one of several incidents which have highlighted what has been a difficult start for Weiss at CBS. Came under fire internally and externally for postponing that 60-minute segment titled Inside CCOT, which took a critical look at the Trump administration sending 252 Venezuelan migrants to a high-security El Salvadorian prison. She also failed in her pursuit of landing high-profile talent locked into long-term contracts with their current network. And then there was the town hall with Eric Kirk, moderated by Weiss. Hardly proved to be a ratings magnet. Times piece added that Weiss has been grousing about the public criticism she has come under for some of her early moves. Oh well, you're in the lead chair now. You're calling the shot. It's all on you. Then, during this weekend's Golden Globe Awards, broadcasted on CBS, we want to remind you, host Nikki Glaser would slam the company with the joke. And the award for most editing goes to CBS News. Yes, CBS News, America's newest place to see BS News. Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison was in the room during the awards. He should have to sit and marinate in it. He should have to marinate in this. Speaking for Ellison, Paramount has filed a lawsuit against Warner Brothers Discovery on Monday. Late breaking news, folks. Suing for disclosures and preparing a proxy fight as it seeks to derail the media group's proposed sale of its studio and streaming assets to Netflix. In a direct letter to WBD shareholders, Ellison said the company will nominate directors at WBD's 2026 annual meeting and solicit votes against approval of the Netflix transaction, an escalation that follows WBD's board repeatedly rejecting Paramount's $30 per share all-cash bid. We don't want to marry you. We're not. I said no to your proposal, and they're still going. Here's why Warner Brothers has been rejecting Paramount's offer. Watch this one.
In an announcement, the company's board said it had determined the new offer, quote, remains inadequate, citing insufficient value and, quote, lack of certainty in Paramount Skydance's ability to complete the offer. The note adds that Paramount's offer is neither superior nor, quote-unquote, even comparable to Netflix's proposed acquisition of Warner's studio and streaming arms. Warner's statement noted that, quote, WBD continues to be of the view that PSKY is a litigious counterparty which raises concerns regarding the likelihood that the offer or any related merger agreement will be completed on the terms proposed. Late December, the New York Post reported that Paramount was formulating a so-called, quote, DEFCON 1 strategy to sue Warner if it chooses not to accept the deal.
Quite litigious, huh? I mean, what would you do? I would just say, okay, I don't want to be with you anyway. But not Ellison and Company. Jackson, the network's a mess. They're a mess, okay? You have the lies we're being told about Gayle King. You and I both know they're lies. They don't want her around anymore, and she probably perhaps wants her exit money. Okay. The Copel, unhappy, but done kissed up to Bari Weiss in the new regime and is doing fluff pieces on Marco Rubio. Just, they're a mess. Is that 60 Minutes piece, did it air? Is it ever going to air? What say you about the state of CBS? And I want you to answer this first. The CBS of old, even if Ellison and Company, Bari Weiss exit tomorrow, it is gone forever, right?
Yeah, I mean the CBS of old or any type of corporate mainstream media outlet that people can count on to tell it like it is. Those days are gone too. So the CBS kicking $16 million to Trump so that he can back off, allowing Trump to extort more companies because they just want their mergers. They just want their profit to not be disturbed. So anything along those lines of, pushing the Overton window with their coverage further to the right is just about staying in good graces, which with whichever way they think the political winds are blowing. I mean, when it comes to Gayle King, she'll be all right, like 15 million to 10 million, like, oh no, like, she'll be good. And I don't think she really tripping off of that too much. And
Yeah.
she's 71 and she probably wasn't going to be doing this for another, for that
Yeah.
much longer anyway. But the bigger issue is the state of these companies and just the state of the media in general, which is definitely reflected through this.
Yeah. Part of me wishes that these dinosaurs who are lacking integrity, 100% at this point, would just stop. But they want to keep the propaganda going. And by stop, I mean there's really no need to have evening news on any of the networks. I mean it. There's no more appointment news, folks. We can tune in when and where we want and get information. And we can get credible information, not CBS these days. There's no need for any evening newscast, any newscast, anywhere, ever. There's no need. Unless you're going to do the truth and it's going to be independent. So why not just stop this? Save the money, I'm sorry, and stop this. You want to keep the propaganda going.